Hi there, friends. Fantastic show today. A classic, beef bourguignon. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. Don't forget, thumbs up if you like the video, ring the bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We need new subscribers. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly how to make this beautiful classic. Well, let me show you how to make the real beef bourguignon. Beef bourguignon. Very simple, friends. I'm going to show you how to make. This has to be the most simple stew you can possibly make, okay? Classical, certainly made by a lot of people, but you've been asking me so much, what is your version of beef bourguignon? So I'm going to show you. It's really simple. You're going to love it. We have a little mise en place, but before I get going, I'm going to saute a little bacon, and I'm going to put a little butter in there. You don't really need butter to put, but I got clarified butter right there, friends. And this will work. The reason why I use clarified butter is because it doesn't burn as much as regular butter. You know that, right? Of course you know that. You've been watching my channel. For all of the new people that have never watched the channel, welcome to the coolest cooking channel on YouTube. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. We've had so many great subscribers. You guys are amazing. All right? So, first thing we're going to do, I do it in two parts, but I tell you what, it's because I got somebody doing the dishes here. At home, I do everything in one pot because I got to do dishes. Here, I don't got to do dishes. So look, we're going to saute some bacon. I got thick bacon. You really don't need to put anything before you do bacon. Just make sure it's low heat. We're going to saute the bacon at low heat, always low heat. The reason why you do low heat, by the way, for those of you that don't know yet, I got my gas stove back. Yes, we finally got a way to get it, so I'm very happy. So we're going to saute the bacon. Just the reason why you want to do it slow, friends, is because, I'll talk about the mise en place in a minute, is because, oh, here we go, turn the heat on. Is because otherwise if you do it too fast, you burn the lean part of the bacon before the fat has time to melt. Render, that is, right? So we want to make sure that you say, and now let's turn this guy on. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to saute the onion. Like I said, at home, do it all in one pot. Okay, but I'll show you the order in which is best to use it. I got the onion here, friends. And what happened is the onion, I got them big, you see? They're big onion. They're not small. They're not cut small because they're going to cook for 2.5 hours. So we want to make sure they're big. If you mince them, by the time you cook them for 2.5 hours, they're going to be nothing. Matter of fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put some pearl onion also in there. So we let them cook in there for a minute. We're going to caramelize them. Always caramelize them, right? So a little salt is going to help in there. And we're going to get them turned golden brown before we do anything else. The bacon, we are going to caramelize them as well. We're going to render all the fats. And we're going to use that fat, okay? Some people remove it, okay? I don't know where they got that idea from, but bacon fat, I hate to tell you, but it's a beautiful fat. Oh, for those of you that don't want to use bacon because of whatever reason you don't want to use it, just don't use it, that's all. You know, everybody's always asking me, what do I replace it with? Do I replace it with turkey bacon? Have you really had turkey bacon? You can do it if you want with turkey bacon. I just recommend you skip it, okay? So let's talk about the mise en place a little bit. We got chuck roast. Chuck roast is the best meat to use for this, okay? Chuck roast. You can use short ribs if you want. It's very nice also, beef bourguignon with short ribs, but I do it with chuck roast. I got also, I'm going to use a lot of onion in this recipe. I'm going to use pearl onion. You can buy them fresh, you can buy them frozen, or you can buy them in a jar. This jar right there is Aunt Nelly. They are in water, friends. And you drain them really, really, really good, and we're going to saute them. Very easy. Frozen, you can use frozen as well if you want. But I highly recommend this if you can get them. Aunt Nelly, I don't know where you can find them, but I'll find them at a grocery store. Carrots, I got some carrots in here. And then I peeled and cut. I got little potatoes. We're going to put the potatoes toward the end. Mushrooms. We're going to talk the mushroom. We got fresh thyme. We got chopped parsley and garlic. I don't know why I got two parsley here. I only need one. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the bacon out of here in a minute. How are we doing with the onion? The onion would have been good if I would have turned the heat a little harder. I stayed away from my gas cooking too long. I turned the button the other way. Leave it up to me. I always make a mistake. So look, the bacon is good, friends. What we're going to do, we're going to take this bacon and we're going to take it out of there. Yeah. So we don't want to burn it. Now, some people like it a little more crispy. Remember, this guy is going to cook, friends, for 2 hours. So you don't want it to be too crispy, okay? You're not making breakfast where you want crispy bacon. Let me just reduce the heat just a little bit. So the clarified butter has got a really high smoke point. The pork fat's got a good smoke point, so you know what we're going to do now. You know what we're going to do, friends? We're going to saute the beef. Get in here, you. We're going to saute the beef, friends. All right? We're going to get it, and we're going to get that Maillard reaction. Let's make sure this is nice and hot. And we're going to put the beef in here. Now, what you don't want to do, friends, you don't want to overcrowd it. You don't want them to touch each other. No touching. Okay? No touching. We removed all the fat. You don't need the fat. Try and make sure they don't touch each other. Some pieces are a little smaller. I guess when you clean the chuck roast, you got to remove all the sinew. What do you think? I can do it. I can do it all in one pot. We won't get them too close, right? No touching, if you can help it, right? And now what we're going to do, let me check the onion. It smells amazing here, friends. The onion are far away from being ready before we do anything. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my salt and my pepper, and I'm going to caramelize this meat. Let's check the onion, make sure they're okay. Oh yeah, you see? You all know that, right? You got to saute the onion first. I keep repeating it and repeating and repeating, and I'll repeat it forever until everybody gets it. And the reason why I'm always saying that, remember, we got a lot of people that are new to our channel, friends. They've never been here before. So I don't want them to think we are too crazy. A little bit is okay, yeah? All right, look, 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 look. And you see, and you know what we're going to do. Now imagine that as good that smells, right? You know what we're going to do now, friends? We're going to deglaze that pan with a wine. Oh yeah, baby. This is going to be delicious. We're going to deglaze the pan. You see that color right there? This is what I'm talking about right there, friends. Oh man, this is hot. What a pleasure it is to cook with gas. I did it my whole life. That gas, that electric stove was nice. I mean, I don't want to take it down too much. It worked. It helped us at the beginning. We're looking good. How my onion doing? They're doing good because you know what's going to happen. We're getting to the next thing. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the mushroom, my friends. Let me get all my ingredients. I'm good, yes. And the mushrooms, I just wanted to show you. I like when I submerge them, which is what I'm doing here. You see? Okay, the beef is good, friends. I don't want to have to worry about the beef too much. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to move it on the other pot, on the other side. I'm going to put it right here because it's good. And now we're going to go here. We're going to turn the beef off. And now we're only going to concentrate in one pot. Okay? Like I said, at home I use the same pot. I just keep removing things. Oh, look, look, look. The onion are nice. See? The onions are looking really, really good, my friends. We got to put the mushrooms in. We got to get rid of the water in the mushrooms. So let me put them in. I want to show you. When they're big like this, you want to quarter them. Cut them in half. Cut them in half again. See, we want quarters when they're big. When they're small, you can just cut them in half, and that'll be enough. Don't miss them. When they're big, big, big like this one, you want to cut them in 6 pieces. And if they're too big, you cut them in 8 pieces. You see? We're going to take it, we're going to put them in, we're going to put a little more salt, and we're going to saute them until we get rid of all the water. Remember, water, a little more salt, just a little bit. And that's okay, because my stock, I'm going to put some stock in it later on, and my stock has no salt in it. Remember, when you make stock, by the way, I hope Some of you have tried to make the beef stock the way I showed you how to make it from store-bought to make it a little more tasty. You could also add a mushroom salt if you wanted to, because we have a mushroom salt that is quite delicious, flavoring. We get rid of some of the water in there, and then we're going to put the carrots. Now the little potatoes, friends, they're going to cook. They're raw. They're going to cook at the same time, you see? And then we're going to add everything else in here. It's going to be really delicious. Carrots right there, look. Everything is looking pretty good, my friends. See right down there? Put the carrots in there. Saute. We're looking really good. Carrots don't need to be sauteed. I just want to get rid of as much of the water as possible from the mushroom. And you see right there, it's doing it. If we don't get rid of the water, they're going to have a terrible texture. You might as well put canned mushroom. Oh, no, you don't want to do that. No, don't want to do that. All right, so little garlic in here. That's a good sign if we put garlic. That means we're getting ready, friends. When we put the garlic, that means we're getting ready to put liquid. Oh, don't worry about that liquid right there, friends. I'm going to use it all. That liquid down there, I'm going to use it all. I'm going to deglaze it with the wine. Hey, look at that. I see a mushroom down there. Hop. Up. It won't come. Here you go. Get in here. Oh, yeah, right there, baby. This is going to be good stuff right there, my friends. I'm telling you. This is all goody right there. I did a little piece of beef, yeah. All right, so here we go. Now we're going to take this right there, this beautiful juice right there, and we're going to put some wine. Now, beef bourguignon is definitely, friends, yeah. Don't be afraid to put wine, okay? I save a glass for me. Oh, I guess I'll open up another bottle. A whole bottle of wine. And then we're going to put some cognac at the end. Oh, yeah. So the only thing that we haven't done yet, we have not sauteed the pearl onion. The bacon, get in there. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, this is going to be delicious. Like I say, you don't eat bacon? Don't worry. You don't need to put it in. You just don't eat it anyway, right? So you don't need to put it in. Make sure your pan is hot. We're going to saute those caramelized onions just to give it a nice color. You can skip the caramelized onion. You already got some onion in there if you don't want to. Now, my friends, here's two things we're going to do. First, before, I'm going to put a little broth in here, but before I do that, I want to reduce my wine and try to get most of the alcohol out. That's much better. So we're going to do a wine reduction. We're going to bring the whole dish to boil, right? We're going to bring it to boil. We're going to let it come to boil. We're going to reduce the wine. While we reduce the wine, after that, we're going to put a little bit of stock. So, not to make the video too long, we're going to stop filming right now. We're going to let the wine reduce, and I come back in about 2 or 3 minutes. The onion would have caramelized. We'll add them to this. We'll add a bit of stock, and then I'll show you how to thicken it. So we'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes, however long it's going to take to reduce this wine, okay? All right, friends, look how beautiful the caramelized onion are. See, the onion got caramelized, they got nice flavor. We can turn them off. The wine has reduced enough. Okay, just 2 or 3 minutes. You want to get a nice reduction, right? We're going to put the onion right in there. And I didn't leave myself any wine. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to deglaze that pan with a little bit of broth. This is my beef stock. This is the beef stock that I was telling you about. Let me clean up the pan really good. The heat is off. It's just the remaining heat. So it's just to clean the pan, you see? It's just to really, really clean the pan. Antonio's going to be very happy because I cleaned the pan. See? Clean the pan. See, look. And now, all this goodies, friends. You know how good that's going to make it? Yeah. That's going to be so delicious, my friend. Look at this. That fry pan is brand new clean. See? Look at this. Look at this fry pan, friends. It's clean. You see, there's nothing left in there. So now let's reduce the heat. Let's reduce the heat. So far, very simple, right? Do you notice? Very simple. Now we're going to put the potatoes. You let them cook in it. Let them just cook them right in there. Those little potatoes. I got little potatoes. You don't have those little potatoes, you can get whatever potatoes you can find. You can cut them. You don't have to put potatoes. You can serve it with the mashed potatoes. I also love it with the mashed potatoes. Okay? And it's up to you, really. I just love it to serve it with some kind of a potato. So, mashed potatoes. Let me put just a touch more stock. There you go. And this right there, my friends, is... So now, let's talk about thickener. If you watch any of my other videos, the beef stew and all that, you already know how to do this. But you see a lot of people, what they use a beurre manier. Oh, mamma mia. Oh, thank goodness I'm here. Thank goodness I'm here. Where would I be? In another kitchen somewhere where I'm here cooking for you? I forgot fresh thyme. You got to put fresh thyme. Fresh thyme. If you don't have fresh thyme, then use dry thyme. That's okay. It's really important, okay? I put the garlic in there, right? I hope I did. Ay. Sometimes I forget. I put salt and pepper. We put a little bit more pepper. And we put a little more salt because my stock doesn't have any salt, remember. It's homemade, so it doesn't have any salt. Salt. All right, so you can put a beurre manier, which is butter and flour. You mix them together. I don't believe in that technique, okay? I don't believe in the technique. Especially people do it at the end. It's not because the butter is mixed with the flour, and if you put it at the end, then the flour flavor is gonna disappear. It's gonna be starchy. It's gonna taste like glue. Flour needs to cook. You're gonna put flour, you gotta put it at the beginning or you gotta put it at the end, but it's gotta be a cooked roux. We'll talk about that another time. All we're gonna do now, we're gonna put flour in there. Now, how do we do it? Dilute it in water? No, we don't do that. So for those of you that have been following my channel, you know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna put my strainer, and for those of you that have never seen this is a cool technique. I promise you, you're gonna love it. I gotta get a whisk, and then I'll show you. All right, I'll show you. It's very simple. We put a strainer in there, and then we put flour. Okay, and then what's gonna happen is the flour is gonna cook for the next 2 hours, 2.5 hours, however long it's gonna take for it. And I promise you, the flour, you completely disappear. What you do, you just mix it up in here like this, you see? You probably, if you've seen the channel, you've seen me do this before. And it's a really cool technique. If you never used it before, I highly recommend you try it. You know, I've been doing this my whole life, friends. And I tell you what, I've used every thickener technique you can think of. Okay? And a cornstarch, arrowroot, tapioca powder, and beurre manier, roux, cooked roux, not cooked roux. And this is an easy thing for you guys to do at home. For those of you that are new to the kitchen, if I say, oh, let's now use a roux, you're going to say, well, I don't make a roux. Of course you don't make a roux. Most people at home don't make a roux. Okay? We got to be realistic. This is not a channel that is about me showing what I can do. It's about me getting you in the kitchen to do these things and do it and be successful at it, because it's not that difficult to do. So let's look at it. Let's see how thick it is. See, it's a little, it's still a little liquid. We're going to put just a little bit more. Be careful now. If you're going to add more, you can add more toward the cooking. At least you got to give the flour at least 15, 20 minutes to cook. So up to 15, 20 minutes until you're finished, you can add a little bit more flour. Okay? But don't do it at the last minute, because that flour, I don't care if you add butter to it, it's still not going to cook. Okay? And the starchiness of the flour is not something that I enjoy. Okay? So look, everybody can do this. Everybody can do this. This is not complicated to do. You see? And it works wonderful, my friends. All right. Oh, mamma mia. I think we're done. You, come back over here. All right. Now, look. So now, you can cook this in the oven, friends. You can cook it in the oven, and it will cook beautiful in the oven. It's going to take about 2.5 hours at 3 1/4, approximately. You'll check it to see when it's there. The meat has to be like fork-friendly, okay? And that's all we need, my friends, right there. We're going to put a little bit of parsley now, and then we'll put a little bit more parsley toward the end. All right? We'll get better. Now, this one for flavor, and the one we put at the end it's for the look of it, because it looks nice and fresh. Okay, so like I say, in the oven or on the stove. If you leave it on the stove, let me tell you, It smells amazing. If you put it on the stove, you can cover it because you're going to cook it very slowly, yeah? Remember, this is like very low heat. Look, I'll show you the heat I got to know. You see? Very low heat. As low as you can get. If your burner is too big, then put in another burner. You want it to cook blue, 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 blue. Little, not like blue, 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 blue. You know, if you boil it too much, you'll reduce it, it'll attach in the bottom. If you do it gently, you know, every so often, just go by, you know, here we go, mix it up a little bit, you know, check it up, make sure it's good. That's all. All you got to do, put the cover back on. You don't have to worry about it. Or pop it in the oven and do the same thing after half hour, 45 minutes. Check it to make sure it's good in the bottom. And cook it 2.5 hours. Depends the meat you get. It's going to take a little bit longer. It could take 3 hours. Depends what it is you're using. But you got to plan 2 hours. It's not like you got to work for 2 hours. You just got to turn it on and go do something and then check it up once in a while. All right? So in 2 hours, we're going to come back and we're going to check and we're going to see how good it is. All right? I'll be back in 2 hours. Don't go anywhere. All right, my friends, well, about 2.5 hours went by, and we're done. It's finished. I'm going to put a little bit of cognac. Whenever you put cognac in something, folks, or any kind of booze, really, you don't have to put the cognac, especially for those of you that don't drink. Don't worry. Don't need to replace it. You know, so people say, what do I replace it with? You can't replace it with anything. So don't be afraid to put some. And the reason why I put at the end is because I want to test it. Otherwise, I'm not going to put it in. It makes no sense if I'm not going to test it. If you put it at the beginning, you won't test it. It's in there. So the meat should kind of fall apart, and the potatoes are cooked, and the carrots are cooked, and everything is cooked, and it's done. I mean, this is mamma mia. I made a mess, so that's okay. I'm going to clean it up. And voila. I mean, really, it's really simple, friends. And so you decorate your plate. You put a little potatoes in there. You organize it the best you can so it looks pretty, right? And look at the mess. Don't make a mess like me, eh? Whatever you do. And put some onion in there, right? So you decorate the plate so it makes it look kind of pretty. Let me get a spatula here so I can clean up my mess, because I hate that mess right there like that, right? And then, so the beauty about, friends, the beauty about putting the potatoes in there, you don't need to be making a mashed potatoes. You don't need to be making a polenta, which would be delicious, right? And so remember, we're going to decorate it with a little bit of fresh thyme, because that's what we got in there. We got fresh thyme in there, so don't be putting fresh thyme on top of a dish that doesn't have fresh thyme in the dish, right? And then we put a little bit of parsley in there, and we have ourselves a beautiful plate. Then that I promise you, my friends, it's going to be delicious. And like I said, the potato, the carrots are going to fall apart, and the beef is going to fall apart. And let me not take too big of a piece. So, oh, it's so tender. It melts in your mouth. It's beautiful. My friends. I love my job. Don't I have a great job? I love to cook. I love to eat, as you can see, and I get to do this for a living. You guys are great. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching. Remember, give us a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Don't forget to ring the bell, and please subscribe. We need to subscribe. We have a lot of you that watch our show but do not subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week for another fantastic show.